So, without further ado, let's talk about this album by Claudio Delgift called Volume 2. So, you guys probably figured out that Volume 2 is the second album by Claudio Delgift. Duh. Which is a self-produced album and self-released album. And I have to say that this guy is one of the greatest emerging artists in the world right now. And this album is a very, very sober album, really pure prog rock, and it's cool because a lot of artists try to put too much or overproduce their albums, but this guy just like put the right amount everywhere. That's pretty cool. And I got a digital copy of the album. I'm really happy to have gotten one because this guy Shout is really fun and a really cool guy, and I'm gonna try to make you want to discover his music. So the album opens with the song "It Just Happens," which is a very prog song. It really reminds me of Genesis. Yeah. And this song is really mellow, and it opens the album perfectly. Great guitar work, great pounding bass, really present, which is something that I really look forward to. And anytime I listen to an album, me guys, by now, I like bass. I like hearing the bass, and we hear that bass pretty great. Sober drums, really well played. It's really mellow, so it kind of feels like a ballad, but that's okay. That's what is interesting actually about the song. And what stands out the most from this in this song is actually the keyboards. Once they get in, it's so good. It reminds me of Tony Banks' work. It's really out of this world, really cool, and it's really a song that opens the album pretty good. And opening the album with an instrumental song is really daring. I usually am not a big fan of instrumental openers. I think it's overdone. I think everybody did that too much, and it should not be done anymore. But this one fits, and since this album is pretty much an instrumental album, it was meant to be, and I think it's pretty cool. So it fits, and it's great. And yeah, so the second song of the album is called Blind Judgment, Blindfolded Eyes. And this song is actually the first song that has vocals. So this is where we discover Claudio's voice, which is good. It's a great voice, but in my opinion, this isn't where this album shines. This isn't where Claudio really shines. He's an instrumental artist, and I think he should stick to that because this. It's not that he has a bad voice or that he's a bad singer. It's just that, in my opinion, it's not the best. It doesn't fit that much, and he's so good as an instrumental artist that he should really stick to that. So that's it. And this song, the second song, Blind Judgment, Blindfolded Eyes, really brings the tempo up, and with a great main guitar riff. That's pretty cool, and this song is a really true prog rock jam. I really like it. It's something that you guys should really discover. The drum tracks are unique and really well played, and really played in this subtle way that really makes a difference, and that's what is really cool. And there's a keyboard kicking in in the middle of the song that really changes the whole vibe of the song, which is pretty cool. And it really surprised me, and that was something that I could have had in every song on this album because the keyboards are just so well placed and well played and well written. That's something pretty good. The third song now is called The End of the Third Age, and this one is probably the most epic song on the album. It clocks at more than 11 minutes, has one of the most festive medieval kind of feel that I really like. Well, in the beginning actually, it's really festive, and you can hear this kind of medieval influence, like I said, coming from the guitars, and that's pretty cool. And it goes on and on like this, and I think it's a great move coming from Claudio to have put some kind of festive party song on his album, because usually prog rock is really mellow, but this one is pretty up tempo, and that feels good. Actually, it really feels good. And there's a great guitar solo in it, and in the middle of the song there's some kind of breakdown that brings the song to a really mellow and really slow side. But just before that, there's like some kind of epic and oh my god, amazing, and that's pretty cool. This is so glorious. It feels like a power metal thing. It really made me want to go outside and get a horse and just attack the other side of the street, like Braveheart. That was pretty cool. And okay, so another other highlights of the album. There's a song called Sonic Pulse, which actually is almost a metal song, in the means of really distorted guitars, heavy guitars, and there's a keyboard part that reminds me of old 80s metal songs, like some old White Snake or some old Dokken, which is pretty cool. And that doesn't fit that much on the album, but it's a prog rock album, so anything fits. It's prog rock. So that's it, and that's about it for the album. This album has 9 songs, and it's pretty decent on the length too. So it's really worth it, and I think it's like $10. It's worth it, really, and it's a great album. It's a great thing, and now I'm gonna talk to you about the production and execution side. But there's not a lot to say actually about it because well, this guy's a pro. He's a great songwriter, great player. I really don't have much else to say. He plays with passion, with emotion. We can hear it, we can feel it. These songs are his babies. He loves them. He created them. He nursed them, whatever. And this guy is really something else. He managed to impress me so many times on this album. There was a lot of things I couldn't even like get aware of or whatever. He was just so unpredictable, and I think it's one of the best thing about a musician or an album, when you can't predict what's coming up, what's going to be coming next. And a lot of albums don't have that. I listen to a lot of albums every day and every week and every month, and most of the albums I listen to, I'm able to predict what's going to be coming next. But this guy really impressed me, and that's something really cool. So that's about it for me, and that's all from me, folks. And that's it. So it was Wiki Dom saying good night, take care, and stay metal hell. Cheers.